For decades, the United States has been seen as the undisputed global leader in education, research, and innovation. We think of Harvard, MIT, and Silicon Valley as the pinnacles of human achievement. But what if I told you that in just 20 years, that entire picture has been redrawn? The data reveals a story that most people in the West haven't heard, a seismic shift in the global balance of power. And it's not happening in the future, it's happening right now. Let's start with the very foundation of scientific progress. Research papers. This is where new ideas are born. For most of modern history, American universities and labs published more research than anyone else. Not anymore. In 2022, China produced a staggering 27% of all global research publications. The US came in at 14%. Depending on the database you use, some analyses show China's total scientific output is now nearly double that of the United States. Think about that for a second. The engine of global knowledge is no longer primarily Western. It's a complete reversal of the world we thought we knew. This isn't just about quantity. It's about quality and impact, especially in the technologies that will define our future. An incredible study by the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, or ASPI, tracked high-impact research across 64 critical technology areas. We're talking about AI, robotics, biotech, space tech, advanced materials, everything that will shape the 21st century. Their findings are jaw-dropping. Between 2019 and 2023, China was the leading country in 57 of those 64 critical technologies. The United States led in only 7. To give you some context on how rapid this change has been, let's rewind 2 decades. Between 2003 and 2007, the US led in 60 of those fields, while China led in just 3. This isn't a slow and steady marathon. It's a sprint where one runner has lapped the other in record time. So, where is all this groundbreaking research coming from? You guessed it, universities. The global university rankings are a battlefield, and the results are telling a new story in the famous academic ranking of world universities, or ARW. China now has 244 universities in the top 1,000, surpassing the US, which has 225. In another system, the CWTS, Leiden ranking, China leads the world with 365 universities included. But here's the most stunning statistic of all. A recent ranking based purely on research publications showed that 8 of the top 10 research institutions on the planet are now Chinese. Only one US institution, Harvard, remained in that top 10. This challenges the long-held assumption that the world's most elite academic hubs are exclusively American or European. We're seeing a new academic world order form before our very eyes. Across multiple global ranking systems, China now simply outnumbers the US in the total count of globally ranked institutions. Now, let's follow the money, because research and innovation don't happen for free. They require massive, sustained investment. China's spending on research and development, or R&D, has been growing at a blistering pace. In 2022, their total R&D investment hit an estimated $812 billion. While still slightly behind the US, the gap is closing fast. More specifically, look at where that money is going. In its universities, China's R&D spending more than tripled in a single decade, jumping from $8.8 billion in 2010 to $27.2 billion in 2020. This massive injection of cash is a direct predictor of future output. It's the fuel for the labs, the funding for the experiments, and the salaries for the brilliant minds driving this transformation. And this investment is paying off, particularly in fields that have a direct impact on the economy. Let's talk about applied sciences. This isn't just theoretical research. This is science that creates products, builds industries, and drives economic competitiveness. According to the prestigious Nature Index, researchers in China now account for an incredible 56% of the world's entire output in applied sciences. The US contribution, just 10%, in the fields that directly translate to real-world technology and commercial products. China isn't just leading, it's dominating. This dominance extends to another critical measure of innovation: patents. Patents are how you protect a new idea, a new invention. It's a key indicator of a country's innovative capacity. By the raw numbers, China now files nearly 3 times as many patent applications each year as the United States. We're talking about roughly 1.6 million applications from China versus about 600,000 from the US annually. This sheer volume represents a tidal wave of new ideas being generated and protected within China's innovation ecosystem. Of course, all of this, the research, the universities, the patents, it all depends on people, and this might be the most important piece of the puzzle. To lead in science and technology, you need a massive, highly trained workforce of scientists, technologists, engineers, and mathematicians. You need STEM graduates, and the numbers here are stark. Each year, China graduates roughly 4 times more students with STEM degrees than the United States. We're talking about an estimated 3.5 to 4 million STEM graduates annually from China, compared to around 800,000 to 1 million from the US. This is a human capital advantage of an almost unimaginable scale. China is building an army of innovators, and it's doing so year after year. This pipeline of talent is perhaps the single biggest factor ensuring its continued rise in science and technology for decades to come. So, what does this all mean? It means the narrative of American exceptionalism in education and innovation needs a serious update. The data is clear and consistent across every metric: research output, university rankings, R&D spending, critical technology, leadership, patents, and STEM graduates. China has not only caught up to the United States, but has, in many crucial areas, surpassed it. This isn't about fear or rivalry. It's about acknowledging reality. The global landscape has fundamentally changed. Understanding this shift is the first step to navigating the complex and competitive world of the 21st century. The world we were told about is not the world we live in today. What do you think about this data? Does it surprise you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching.